पोर्शन जो एम्ब्रियोलॉजी में बचा हुआ है, दैट इज द डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द नर्वस सिस्टम. सो वी हैव टिल नाउ डिस्कस जितने भी सिस्टम्स हैं, मेजर सिस्टम्स, वो डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. ये जो है नर्वस सिस्टम, क्या पता है आप लोगों को कौन से उससे बनता है, लेयर से? एक्टोडर्म. सो डज होल ऑफ द एक्टोडर्म गिव्स राइज टू सेंट्रल नर्वस सिस्टम, या उसका कुछ सिर्फ कुछ पोर्शन जो है एक्टोडर्म का वो नर्वस सिस्टम बनाता है, और बाकी जो डेरिवेटिव्स है, कैसे होता है ये? मतलब ठीक है एक्टोडर्मल इन ओरिजिन है, पर क्या पूरा एक्टोडर्म सिर्फ नर्वस सिस्टम बनाता है? No, because skin is also derived from the ectoderm. So that means some portion of the ectoderm is converted into neuroectoderm, and that neuroectoderm gives rise to the central nervous system and then the peripheral nervous system. So we will discuss one by one these things. So whole of the central nervous system is derived from a neural tube, and that neural tube is derived from neuroectoderm. So we have to see from where this neuroectoderm has come. So if you remember, there are 3 layers at around the 3rd week of development, and even before the 3rd week also, the origin of notochord hai, that even starts before 3rd week. तो 3rd वीक से पहले ये जो लेयर्स दिख रहे हैं वो क्या क्या हैं? एक्टोडर्म, देन देयर इज नोटोकॉर्ड इन बिटवीन, एंड देन देयर इज this is the endoderm, and if some of the mesoderm has started appearing, then this week is the 3rd week of development. नोटोकॉर्ड भले ही पहले आ गया है, लेकिन अगर mesoderm appear हो गया है, so that means this is the 3rd week of development. So there are 3 layers: ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. In between the mesoderm, or in the center of the body of the embryo, you can find the notochord. So this whole layer is the ectoderm, but the portion of the ectoderm which comes in contact with the notochord, जितना portion ये notochord के contact में आ रहा है, that portion of the ectoderm will be converted into neuroectoderm, and the rest of the ectoderm will remain as ectoderm, and it will give rise to the skin and the derivatives of the skin, the glands, the sweat glands, they are the things which are the appendages of the skin. They are also derived from the ectoderm. Then there are 2 muscles in the body which are also derived from the ectoderm. The ciliaris muscle, it is derived from the मतलब वो एक exception है, मतलब जितने भी ectodermal बाकी के derivatives हैं, क्योंकि neuroectoderm उतना ही portion बनेगा which is in contact with the notochord, and rest of the things, rest of the ectoderm will remain as ectoderm, and then in between there is mesoderm, and this is the endoderm. Now what will happen to this neuroectodermal portion? It will become depressed. As you can see in the picture, हाँ, ये जो depressed portion है, it will be पहले जब इसे हम neuroectoderm बोल रहे हैं और ये straight है, then that is neural plate. When it gets depressed, it becomes neural groove, and finally this neural groove will be folded, and one more thing will develop, that is the neural plate. So neuroectoderm, first there is neural plate, then there is neural groove, and then groove is folded and whole tube is formed, that is the neural tube. Now this neural tube will extend from the head of the embryo till the caudal region, and it will give rise to the derivatives of the central nervous system. Now what are the parts of central nervous system? The brain and the spinal cord. So you know that brain is there in the head region, and rest of the body has spinal cord. So this neural tube will be extending along whole of the body, and it will be giving rise to the upper portion. The upper 1/3 will give rise to brain, and lower 2/3 it will give rise to the spinal cord. So this way the nervous system will be derived. यहाँ पे ये ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट है, एंड दिस इज दी कलर्ड पिक्चर जो तुम लोग शुरू से देखते आ रहे हो. ये दोनों कैविटीज कौन सी हैं? ये कौन सी कैविटी है ऊपर, और यहाँ पे क्या है? yolk sac cavity and the amniotic cavity. Towards the amniotic cavity, you can identify this is the blue colored layer is the ectoderm. In between there is mesoderm, and then yolk sac cavity is lined by the endodermal layer. And in the center, you can recognize the notochord. So the portion of the ectoderm coming in contact with the notochord will become neuroectoderm. There is neural groove. Now what are neural crest cells? तुम लोग हमेशा सुनते, हाँ आ जाओ, तुम लोग हमेशा सुनते रहते हो कि there are neural crest cells and many things are derived from the neural crest cells. तो ये neural crest cells क्या है? यहाँ पे पिक्चर में देखने में ये इधर बना रखे हैं, तो इसका क्या मतलब है? ये कहाँ पे लोकेटेड है? They are located at the junction of ectoderm and the neuroectoderm. So some of the cells which are located at the junction of ectoderm and neuroectoderm, or we can say जब ये neural groove fold हो रहा है, तो on the sides of the folds, the cells which are located on the sides of the folds, they are the neural crest cells. And one more peculiarity of these cells is this: these cells will migrate. As neural tube will remain at its place only, neural crest cells will migrate to other regions, because you know that adrenal medullary cells जहाँ पे कि epinephrine, norepinephrine secrete हो रहा है, that portion is also derived from the neural crest cells. Many structures in head and neck, they are derived from the neural crest cells. So these neural crest cells, they are the migratory cells, and they reach to the different portions of the body, and their location is at the junction of neuroectoderm and the ectoderm. So these are the neural crest cells. अब यहाँ पे ये जो foldings हो रही हैं, ये side में जो cells हैं, ये neural crest cells हैं, ये migrate कर जाएंगे, कुछ अपनी जगह पे भी रहेंगे, and rest of the thing will become the neural tube. And the canal which is situated in the center of this neural tube will be the neural canal, because we know that in whole of the nervous system there is cavity. अब यहाँ पे देखो, ये जो न्यूरल ट्यूब जब फोल्ड हो रहा है, ये वाले डायग्राम में you can identify when it is folding up. So it will fold, first it will fold cranially and then it will start folding caudally. So it will remain open at its cranial end and it will remain open at its caudal end. एक anterior neuropore बनेगा और एक posterior neuropore बनेगा. तो they will like close somewhat later. मतलब सेंटर में तो जल्दी क्लोज हो रहा है, पर ये जो दोनों एंटीरियर न्यूरोपोर और पोस्टीरियर न्यूरोपोर है, पोस्टीरियर न्यूरोपोर पहले क्लोज हो जाएगा, एंटीरियर न्यूरोपोर will close later on. And if it doesn't close, then it will lead to neural tube defects. So what can you name certain neural tube defects? अगर ये क्लोज नहीं होता है न्यूरल ट्यूब, क्रेनियल एंड पे ओपन रह जाता है, तो फिर क्या डिफेक्ट्स हो सकते हैं? What is the commonest neural tube defect? Anencephaly is the commonest neural tube defect, when the upper portion of the or the cranial portion of the nervous system, it has remained open. That means spinal cord is there, but the brain is not, it is not closed at the upper end. So when the neural tube, it remains open at the cranial end or the anterior neuropore, then it gives rise to the neural tube defects. There are other neural tube defects also. There is meningocele, meningomyelocele, जो तुमने स्पाइनल कॉर्ड के साथ में पढ़ा है. न्यूरल ट्यूब अपने किसी भी रीजन में, if it remains open, it leads to the neural tube defect. But anencephaly is the commonest neural tube defect. Then now coming to the development of the brain. So upper portion, upper 1/3 of this neural tube will give rise to brain, and the lower portion, it is almost around the 2/3 portion, that will give rise to the spinal cord. कौन से जर्म लेयर से आ रहा है? एक्टोडर्मल, और उसमें भी हम स्पेसिफाई करेंगे न्यूरो एक्टोडर्मल रीजन से, अगर ब्रेन का डेवलपमेंट तुमको लिखने को आता है. Then so now the brain will like divide into certain swellings. जो पूरा continuous neural tube था, उसमें the portion which is destined to become brain, first it will have 3 vesicles or 3 swellings. कौन कौन से हैं? प्रोजेनकेफेलॉन, मेसेनकेफेलॉन एंड रोमेनकेफेलॉन. So what will be formed from प्रोजेनकेफेलॉन? क्या बनेगा प्रोजेनकेफेलॉन से? 4 brain. What will be formed from mesencephalon? midbrain, and rhombenkephalon will form the hindbrain. So forebrain is prosenkephalon, midbrain is mesenkephalon, and then rhombenkephalon will form the hindbrain. Now these three vesicles or three swellings, they will be divided into total 5 vesicles or 5 swellings. So prosenkephalon will divide into telenkephalon and dienkephalon. So what will be formed from telenkephalon? Which portion of the brain? Cerebral hemispheres. The two cerebral hemispheres will be derived from the telenkephalon. Then what will be derived from dienkephalon? Thalamus and hypothalamus, they will be derived from the dienkephalon. और mesenkephalon से क्या बन रहा है? Midbrain, and rhombenkephalon will be divided into metenkephalon and myelencephalon. So what will be derived from metenkephalon? Cerebellum, pons and cerebellum. So pons and cerebellum, they will be derived from metenkephalon, and the medulla oblongata will be derived from myelencephalon. ये टर्मिनोलॉजी जो है वो तुम्हें हमेशा मतलब काम आएगी, या you have to remember this terminology. Prosenkephalon, mesen and rhomben, you know. Prosen will be divided into telen and dienkephalon. There is mesenkephalon in between, then metenkephalon and myelencephalon. So these will be derived from this. Now what are the cavities of these? अभी हम इसके बाद में cavities भी पढ़ लेंगे. What is the cavity of the forebrain or the telenkephalon? The two lateral ventricles. So two lateral ventricles are the cavity of the telenkephalon. What is the cavity of dienkephalon? What is present in between the two thalami? Third ventricle. So third ventricle is the cavity of dienkephalon. Then the cavity of the mesenkephalon will give rise to cerebral aqueduct, which connects the third ventricle and the fourth ventricle. Now the cavity of the rhombenkephalon is the fourth ventricle, because that is between the pons, medulla and cerebellum. So cavity of the rhombenkephalon is fourth ventricle. The mesenkephalon में cerebral aqueduct है, and two lateral ventricles are the cavities of the telenkephalon. Now these are the flexures of the neural tube. हमने सभी में देखा है, हार्ट में जैसे चेम्बर्स बने थे, पहले सारे ट्यूब स्ट्रेट बन रहे हैं and then it gets folded. So similarly flexures are also seen in the neural tube. It doesn't remain straight. So in the beginning there are three swellings or three vesicles, the prosen, mesen and rhombenkephalon. ये ना 3 सेंटीमीटर इन बिगिनिंग, मतलब मैं कल इसे पढ़ रही थी तो दैट वाज वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग आर्टिकल. 3 सेंटीमीटर का न्यूरल ट्यूब बनना शुरू होता है, एंड यू कैन सी द 1500 स्क्वायर सेंटीमीटर. और उसको लिख रहा था कि 1.5 मिलियन न्यूरॉन एक टाइम में पर मिनट बन रहे होते हैं. मतलब इतना फास्ट ये डेवलप होता है ब्रेन. देन यू कैन सी दीज आर दी फ्लेक्चर्स. तो फर्स्ट फ्लेक्चर विच अपीयर्स विद द टेल फोल्ड, क्योंकि हेड फोल्ड बन रहा है, टेल फोल्ड बन रहा है, तो टेल फोल्ड के साथ में ये जो सर्वाइकल फ्लेक्चर है ये 90 डिग्री फ्लेक्चर बनता है. So this flexure will be between the brain and the spinal cord. So cervical flexure is the first to appear around 90 degree है, brain or spinal. Then second flexure which appears that is in the region of the midbrain. So these two flexures, they first appear, the cervical flexure and the mesencephalic flexure. The other two flexure which appear, they are opposite to this mesencephalic flexure and the metencephalic flexure. So there is one pontine flexure, मतलब ये जो cervical flexure बना है इसके opposite बना है pontine flexure, मतलब they are secondary to these primary flexures. So this is the pontine flexure and then this is the metencephalic flexure. So cephalic, cervical flexure, mesencephalic flexure, pontine flexure and then there is metencephalic flexure. So these all flexures they will be formed. और ये जो flexures हैं they are basically responsible for the development of the cisterns. Now what are cisterns? How are they formed? Cisterns are there in the subarachnoid space, है ना, and that subarachnoid space is between which two layers? Arachnoid and the pia mater. Now you know that pia mater closely lines the sulci and gyri of the brain, and the arachnoid like it bridges the brain. So that means a space will be created when the flexures are forming. So that means pontine cistern, it is like, it is the deepest cistern because it is formed because of these flexures. So these cisterns are formed because of the flexures. So again, now this is the development, how these are, the cavity of the brain is bending. You can see the telencephalic cavity, midbrain flexure बन गया एक यहाँ पे, then the metencephalic flexure and the cervical flexure. Ultimately ये 90 degree angle पे इधर the spinal cord will be lying at an angle of the 90 degree, and other things they have reached to their respective positions. Then there will start the ventricles of the brain or the cavities of the brain, they will start appearing. जैसे ये sulci gyri बन रहे हैं and the brain is stretching, you know that there is a closed space. Skull is a very it is a tight space and the brain has to expand inside the skull. So the cavities they will be started appearing, and we have already discussed. So this is the telencephalic region. So the cavities in the telencephalic region are the two lateral ventricles. The cavity in the diencephalic region is the third ventricle. The cavity in the midbrain region is the cerebral aqueduct, and the cavity in the hindbrain is the fourth ventricle, which is between the cerebellum, pons and medulla. Now the neural crest cells. What are the derivatives of the neural crest cells? So neural crest cells, I told you in the beginning, जिन लोगों ने late join करा है, कहाँ located थे ये neural crest cells? They were present at the junction of ectoderm and the neuroectoderm, and these are the migratory cells which migrate to different regions and then they give rise to different structures. So what is derived from the neural crest cells? So postganglionic sympathetic neurons, they are derived from the neural crest cells. Can you give me an example of postganglionic sympathetic neurons, where they are located? मतलब एक गैंग्लियन ये क्रॉस कर चुके हैं, उसके बाद दोबारा कहीं रिले हो रहा है. प्री गैंग्लियोनिक सिंपैथेटिक फाइबर्स कहाँ रिले करते हैं? पहले तो अराइज कहाँ से होते हैं प्री गैंग्लियोनिक सिंपैथेटिक फाइबर्स? What is the sympathetic outflow from the spinal cord? Sympathetic trunk is located lateral to the spinal cord. But in the spinal cord, from where are these cells arising? What is sympathetic outflow? Thoracolumbar outflow. Lateral horn is only there in the thoracolumbar region from T1 to L2, and then it is in the S2, S3, S4. And lateral horn of the spinal cord is meant for the origin of sympathetic and the parasympathetic fibers. So preganglionic fibers from T1 to L2 region, they will be arising from this region, and then they will be going to the, most of the time they relay in the sympathetic trunk, which is extending from the skull and going to the lower region. But sometimes some of the fibers, even if they relay, then they will pass to certain plexus. जो तुमने abdomen में plexus पढ़े हैं ना, कौन से plexus पढ़े हैं abdomen में? Celiac plexus. So those are actually the postganglionic sympathetic neuron की वहीं आके, कई बार वो directly आके वहीं relay कर रहे हैं या sympathetic trunk में relay कर चुके हैं, उसके बाद आके they are forming certain plexuses. So those plexuses will be derived from the neural crest cells. Then Schwann cells. What is the function of Schwann cells? Myelination in the peripheral nervous system. So Schwann cells are also derived from the neural crest cells. Then in the pia arachnoid matter is also derived from the neural crest cells. And then dorsal root ganglion. The dorsal root ganglion, which is in close proximity to the dorsal root, so that is also derived from the neural crest cells. The central portion of the adrenal gland, the adrenal medulla, is derived from neural crest cells. And then dendritic cells in the skin. There are many derivatives of the neural crest cells. अब तो जो latest research हो रही है, मुझे तो हर किसी system में मतलब there are certain derivatives of the neural crest cells. So many derivatives of neural crest cells. Now, what are the histological components in the central nervous system? Can you tell me which type of cells are there in the nervous system? There are neurons, then there are connective tissue, and then neurons are of which type? मतलब पूरे के सारे न्यूरॉन्स एक जैसे हैं या कुछ डिफरेंस है? हाँ, व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? हाँ, यूनिपोलर, बायपोलर, मल्टीपोलर, ये तो स्ट्रक्चरल डिफरेंस हो गया. फंक्शनली क्या डिफरेंस है? Afferent and efferent, that means certain neurons are motor, and certain neurons are sensory, and sensory neurons are smaller and motor neurons are multipolar and they are larger. So these are the histological component. तो कैसे बनता है? अब न्यूरल ट्यूब हमने देख तो लिया कि वो न्यूरोएक्टोडर्म से बन रहा है, एक सिंगल न्यूरल ट्यूब था, पर वो हिस्टोलॉजिकली कैसे डिफरेंशिएट होता है? It differentiates into 3 layers. In the center of the neural tube, this is the germinal or the ventricular layer. This lines the ventricular cavity. तो ये जो germinal या ventricular layer है, it consists of germ cells or totipotent cells which can differentiate into other type of cells. That means neurons भी बन सकते हैं इससे, and the connective tissue or the neuroglial cells, these can also be derived. Then surrounding the germinal layer, again there are 2 layers. One is the mental layer and second one is the marginal layer. So in the mental layer, the neurons will be lying, and in the marginal layer, the fibers of the neuron or the processes of the neurons will be lying. So mental layer will form what? जहाँ पे सिर्फ नर्व सेल बॉडीज बन रही हैं, वो कौन सा रीजन होता है? ग्रे मैटर. एंड जहां पे फाइबर्स हैं वो कौन सा रीजन है? व्हाइट मैटर. सो दैट मीन्स न्यूरल ट्यूब विल नाउ डिफरेंशिएट इनटू ग्रे मैटर एंड द व्हाइट मैटर. And in the center of the neural tube there is the germinal layer. Now the cells will differentiate and their nerve cell bodies, they will be collected into the gray matter, and the peripheral portion. In the peripheral portion, their processes, either the axons or the dendrites will be lying, and that layer will become the marginal layer. Now neuroblast cells, they will differentiate into different type of nerve cells, the bipolar neuroblast, the unipolar neuroblast, there might be apolar, then the multipolar. So they will be giving rise to different kinds of neurons. Now how the medulla is differentiating, you know that there are certain nuclei which are present in the medulla, कि कौन-कौन से जो nuclei हैं वो, and there is a certain arrangement of the neurons in the medulla. वो क्या है? It is, first of all, medulla is derived from the myelencephalon, so it is derived from that, and then there are 2 lamina, the alar lamina and the basal lamina. Now this mental layer, it will differentiate into 2 lamina, the basal lamina and the alar lamina. So basal lamina, most of the time it is anterior, and it will give rise that this area will contain only the motor neurons, and alar lamina will contain the sensory neurons. तो यही जो जहाँ पे नर्व सेल बॉडीज है, इसी को डिफरेंशिएट होना है. स्पाइनल कॉर्ड में ये अरेंजमेंट बिल्कुल ऐसा ही रहता है जैसा न्यूरल ट्यूब में होता है. इन द स्पाइनल कॉर्ड, in the center there is a canal. It is surrounded by the gray matter, and at the periphery there is white matter. So we can correlate this thing with the spinal cord. Anteriorly this plate will become the basal plate, and posterior plate will become the alar lamina, which will be the sensory neurons will be collected over there. Now in the development of the medulla, certain folding of the medulla will be occurring, and then there a sulcus will be formed. That sulcus is known as the sulcus limitans. अब sulcus limitans अगर तुम्हें floor of fourth ventricle याद हो तो मुझे ये बात बताओ, sulcus limitans के medially कौन सा प्लेट है और उसके laterally कौन सा प्लेट है? मतलब basal lamina किधर है और alar lamina कहाँ है? मतलब उसमें anterior posterior की जगह उसमें क्या है? medial lateral है. बताओ कहाँ पे मोटर न्यूक्लियाई है, कहाँ पे सेंसरी न्यूक्लियाई है? सल्कस लिमिटेंस के मीडियली क्या है और लैटरली क्या है? अच्छा मुझे एक बात बताओ कि फेशियल कॉलिक्यूलस कहाँ है, हाइपोग्लॉसियल कहाँ है? मीडियल. सो मीडियल lamina, medial to the sulcus limitans is the basal lamina which consists of motor nuclei, and lateral to the sulcus limitans there is alar lamina. If you remember, the vestibular nuclei, cochlear nuclei located laterally because that is they are sensory nuclei, and the nucleus of the hypoglossal nerve, if you remember the section of the medulla, वो कहाँ है? बिल्कुल center के पास में है. If you remember the nucleus of the facial nerve, that is also medial to the sulcus limitans. So here the medial lamina is the basal lamina and lateral lamina is the alar lamina. तो वो जो anterior posterior हो रहा था वो यहाँ पे कैसा है? medial lateral है according to the foldings, और वो उसको divide कौन कर रहा है? Sulcus limitans. So this way the medulla forms, and then there are the different nuclei of the medulla. The different functional components also appear in the medulla. जो अगर तुम्हें याद हो तो center में there is somatic efferent component. Somatic efferent क्या है पीछे की तरफ? यहाँ पे हाइपोग्लॉसल नर्व न्यूक्लियस है, देन स्पेशल विसरल इफरेंट न्यूक्लियस, वो डॉर्सल न्यूक्लियस ऑफ वेगस है. तो देयर इज सर्टेन सीक्वेंस ऑफ दी, देन देयर इज जनरल विसरल इफरेंट, एंड उसी का ये जो तीनों इफरेंट जो फंक्शनल कंपोनेंट्स है, इसी का मिरर इमेज क्या होगा? दी afferent component. So here lies the general visceral efferent, then there is general visceral afferent. यहाँ स्पेशल विसरल इफरेंट है तो यहाँ स्पेशल विसरल आफ्रेंट है, ये सोमैटिक इफरेंट है तो यहाँ पे सोमैटिक आफ्रेंट है. तो मिरर इमेज की तरह द न्यूक्लियाई आर अरेंज्ड इन द मेड्यूला. सो दिस वे, एंड दीज फंक्शनल कंपोनेंट्स एंड these are actually arranged along whole of the brainstem. मतलब पूरे ब्रेनस्टेम में ये जो कॉलम जैसा जो चल रहा है वो अगर मेड्यूला में ऐसा है तो पॉन्स में भी ऐसा ही अरेंजमेंट मिलेगा. न्यूक्लियाई भले ही चेंज हो जाए, दूसरी क्रेनियल नर्व्स के आ जाएं, बट द अरेंजमेंट इट रिमेन्स सेम. सो जस्ट हैव अ लुक. स्पेशल सोमैटिक आफ्रेंट क्या था यहाँ पे? वेस्टिबुलर कंपोनेंट. कौन कौन से क्रेनियल नर्व न्यूक्लियाई होते हैं मेड्यूला में? हमें पहले ये बताओ कौन से नर्व के न्यूक्लियस ढूंढने हैं. Which nuclei of which cranial nerves are located in? ऐसे बताओ. मिड ब्रेन में कौन से न्यूक्लियाई हैं? कौन? The nuclei of the third and fourth cranial nerves are located in midbrain. Nuclei of 5, 6, 7, 8 are located in the pons, and nuclei of 9, 10, 11, 12 they are located in the medulla. So you have to look for the 9, 10, 11, 12 and vestibular जो nuclei है superior and inferior, they are located at the junction of pons and medulla. वो जो pontomedullary junction है वहीं पे located है. तो स्पेशल सोमैटिक आफ्रेंट के लिए क्या है? 8 नर्व न्यूक्लियस है. जनरल सोमैटिक आफ्रेंट के लिए न्यूक्लियस ऑफ स्पाइनल न्यूक्लियस ऑफ द ट्राइजेमिनल नर्व. देन स्पेशल विसरल आफ्रेंट न्यूक्लियस ट्रैक्टस सॉलिटेरियस है. टेस्ट सेंसेशंस फ्रॉम विच नर्व आर रीचिंग टू द न्यूक्लियस ट्रैक्टस सॉलिटेरियस हेयर? मतलब यहाँ पे और कहाँ से? हाँ, 9th क्रेनियल नर्व जो है, दैट मीन्स ग्लॉसोफेरेंजियल नर्व के जो फाइबर्स हैं दे आर कमिंग टू दी, इवन द 7th ऑल्सो, द न्यूक्लियस ट्रैक्टस सॉलिटेरियस, दे विल बी कमिंग टू दैट. Then general visceral afferent, so dorsal nucleus of the vagus for 9th, 10th and 11th cranial nerve. Then the general somatic efferent, dorsal nucleus of vagus, special visceral efferent, nucleus ambiguous for 9, 10 and 11. ये special visceral efferent, nucleus ambiguous 9, 10 and 11 किसको supply करेंगे? Efferent from the 9th cranial nerve are supplying to which muscle? हाँ, and which muscle of the pharynx? वो pharyngeal plexus बोल रहे हो. एक कोई single muscle which is supplied by the 9th cranial nerve? Stylopharyngeus. So the nucleus is the nucleus ambiguous. Then this nucleus ambiguous, ये जो है बाकी जो है वो pharyngeal plexus में होगा. 11th cranial nerve यहाँ पे इसके लिए किसको supply करेगी? The cranial part of the accessory nerve and the 10th nerve, they will be going to the pharyngeal plexus and they will be supplying the pharynx. And hypoglossal जो nerve है, that will supply the muscles of the tongue except the palatoglossus because that is supplied by the pharyngeal plexus. Now development of the pons, similarly there is development of pons. कौन से part से develop हो रहा है? मेटेनकेफेलॉन से. मेड्यूला किससे develop हो रहा था? माइलेनकेफेलॉन से. तो मेटेनकेफेलॉन से develop हो रहा है. Then there is middle cerebellar peduncle, there is LR and basal lamina. Fibers from the cortex, they will be coming to the basal lamina. वो कौन से anterior portion में कौन से fibers आ रहे हैं? Corticospinal, corticopontine, corticobulbar fibers. और हमें पता है posteriorly the nuclei of the facial nerve, that is the lying in the pons. तो ये जो है वो similarly the pons will be developing. There are different nuclei in the pons also. If you remember the sections, the abducent nerve nucleus, the vestibular, cochlear, the spinal nucleus, the nucleus of tractus solitarius, superior salivatory, और यहाँ पे there will be the corticospinal, corticobulbar. These fibers will be there in the pons. बन तो जाता है क्या ये वही है, मतलब इफ यू वांट टू रिवाइज, वेस्टिबुलर न्यूक्लियस क्या है? स्पेशल सोमैटिक आफ्रेंट है. जनरल सोमैटिक आफ्रेंट कहाँ से आ रहे हैं? 5th क्रेनियल नर्व से. 7th क्रेनियल नर्व के न्यूक्लियस ऑफ ट्रैक्टस सॉलिटेरियस में आ रहे हैं. सुपीरियर सलाइवेटरी न्यूक्लियस, जनरल विसरल. सुपीरियर सलाइवेटरी न्यूक्लियस इज फॉर विच सलाइवरी ग्लैंड? Superior salivatory and inferior salivatory, there are two nuclei now. For which salivary gland? Superior salivatory is for the submandibular gland and inferior salivatory is for the parotid gland. So superior salivatory and lacrymatory nucleus for the lacrimal gland, special visceral efferent to the motor nucleus of 5th, and so ये motor nucleus of 5th किसको supply करेगा? Which muscles will be supplied by the trigeminal nerve? Muscles of mastication. The muscles which are developing from the first start. तो ये उसके लिए motor nucleus है. कितने nucleus है 5th cranial nerve के? 4 nuclei are there. तो इसका जो motor nucleus है, it is there. Then somatic efferent for the motor nucleus of the abducens nerve. Abducens nerve supplies which extraocular muscle? लेटरल रेक्टस मसल. और उसके लिए मोटर न्यूक्लियस, ये जो फेशियल कॉलिकुलस के लेवल पे पोन्स में ये सारे जो है वो मिलेंगे. देन मिड ब्रेन. मिड ब्रेन में अगेन देयर इज द डॉर्सल लमाइना, हेयर इज द एलआर लमाइना एंड देन दी, बिकॉज ओक्यूलोमोटर, ओक्यूलोमोटर यहाँ पे सेंसरी कॉम्पोनेंट कौन सा है और मोटर कॉम्पोनेंट कहाँ है मिड ब्रेन में? Sensory component are the 4 colliculi. Colliculi कौन से हैं? Superior colliculus and inferior colliculus. कौन से sensations आ रहे हैं superior colliculus में, कौन से inferior colliculus में आ रहे हैं? Superior में vision के आ रहे हैं और inferior में the hearing sensations are coming to the inferior colliculus. So superior and inferior colliculi, and then the motor component is located it is in the form of oculomotor nerve nucleus and the trochlear nerve nucleus. So both the motor and the trochlear nerve. So nucleus Edinger-Westphal nucleus किसके लिए है? कौन से ganglion के लिए? which parasympathetic ganglion? Ciliary ganglion. So ciliary ganglion, then dorsal or alar lamina, that is for the colliculi. Red nucleus में भी वही है और substantia nigra. Then descending fibers, they will form the crus cerebri part. The fibers which are coming from the cortex and going down, they will be forming the cerebral peduncle. So पता है frontopontine, the frontal से आ रहे हैं, पीछे occipital lobe से आ रहे हैं. So they will be. Then the development of the cerebellum. Cerebellum जो develop होता है, इसमें क्या क्या है cerebellum में? There are different nuclei. You know that there are different nuclei in the cerebellum. 2 cerebellar hemispheres develop. There is a vermis in between. Then the cavity of the 4th ventricle also develops between the pons and the medulla. इन्होंने वो ये, हाँ, ये जो सेल्स है इसमें एक बेसिक इन दोनों में डिफरेंस क्या है? ब्रेन में ग्रे मैटर कहाँ पे है? पेरीफेरी पे है, सेंटर में है? पेरीफेरी पे है। और सेंटर में, लेकिन द मेन न्यूक्लियाई ऑफ द सेरिबेलम दे आर लोकेटेड इन द सेंटर। So why they are located in the center? Because they have not migrated from the mental layer. Mental layer जो originally spinal cord में था, जो वहीं के वहीं रह जाएंगे. So that is why they are detached from the periphery and they are located in the center. Similar is the case with the basal ganglia also. They are also gray matter. वो भी nuclei हैं, but they are situated in the center. Similarly, the nuclei of the cerebellum, they are also situated in the center. Then there are three peduncles related to the cerebellum: the superior cerebellar, middle cerebellar, and the inferior cerebellar peduncles. They are the axons or the white matter. Then there occurs development of the cerebral hemisphere. अब cerebral hemisphere का जो development है, that is in the form of a C. You know that there are, how many lobes of cerebrum are there? There is frontal, parietal, पीछे क्या है? Occipital, and below there is temporal lobe. So in that means cerebrum was growing antero-posteriorly, लेकिन पीछे क्या था? There was skull, so that will move downwards, and the temporal lobe will form below the other lobes. And then cavity of the cerebral ventricle, that also is C-shaped. तुम्हें पता है ना कितने horns होते हैं lateral ventricle में? हाँ, कौन कौन से? Anterior horn, there is posterior horn, there is inferior horn also, which goes to the temporal lobe. This is because of the C-shaped development of the cerebral hemisphere. So cerebral hemisphere, first they divide into two, then they will be like the cavity of the third ventricle has formed, and finally it will become C-shaped also. So antero-posteriorly it covers the diencephalon also, and then finally it becomes C-shaped. So this is the cavity, the ventricle. You can see ये जो, and that is why the choroid fissure also moves. वो choroid fissure किस लिए होता है ये ventricle में? हाँ, it is for the production of the cerebrospinal fluid. How the cerebrospinal fluid is formed? It is formed by certain capillaries. Those are known as telechoroidea. So they will be that will be like the blood will be filtering and the fluid will be formed, and it is formed through that filtration. या जो plexus है, choroid plexus, that lies in the choroid fissure. क्योंकि otherwise तो कैसा है brain? Solid structure है. सिर्फ cavity कहाँ है? या तो ventricles में है. उस ventricle में भी कौन सा part है? Choroid fissure, where the choroid plexus is lying. So choroid fissure also it becomes C-shaped. Then the cavity of the diencephalon, you can see it is dividing into two parts, and then choroid fissure will also, it will be lying in the roof of the diencephalon. तो ऐसे ये choroid fissure जो है वो it is lying in the floor of the lateral ventricle, and then it is lying in the roof of the third ventricle. So third ventricle में ऐसे suspended है, and in the floor of the lateral ventricle it is lying. It is because of the development. अब ये जो diencephalon है वो कैसे develop हो रहा है? So in the center there is thalamus. Above the thalamus there is epithalamus, and then it will grow as pineal body above, और below इसके क्या develop हो जाएगा? Hypothalamus. So this way the thalamus, hypothalamus, it will differentiate, and in between the two diencephalon cavities there will be the third two diencephalon these parts, there will be the cavity of the third ventricle. So हाँ, उसके बाद ये जो cerebral hemisphere में एक और peculiarity है, there is development of the corpus striatum or the components of the basal ganglia. उसमें क्या हो रहा है? ग्रे मैटर के बीच में कुछ व्हाइट मैटर भी आ रहा है. वो व्हाइट मैटर क्या है? इंटरनल कैप्सूल. So that internal capsule will divide the different components of the gray matter, and finally the different components of the basal ganglia, they are formed. So this way the cerebral cavity origin कहाँ से हुआ था इसका? प्रोजेनकेफेलॉन से. फिर किस में डिफरेंशिएट हुआ? टीलेनकेफेलॉन और डायनकेफेलॉन से। फिर टीलेनकेफेलॉन के दो पार्ट्स हुए, दो सेरिब्रल हेमिस्फेयर बने, कैविटी बनी उसमें, लेटरल वेंट्रिकल अरेंजमेंट चेंज हुआ है ब्रेन में, ग्रे मैटर इज एट द पेरिफेरी एंड व्हाइट मैटर इज इन द सेंटर। एंड फाइनली इसमें ये जो कॉर्पस स्ट्राइटम है, दो दैट इज ग्रे मैटर बट दैट इज प्रेजेंट इन द सेंटर इटसेल्फ, एंड इट इज आल्सो डिवाइडेड बाय सर्टेन फाइबर्स, that is the internal capsule. So this way the corpus striatum it will be forming. Then hippocampus also forms in the floor of the inferior horn of lateral ventricle. So hippocampus is another area. It is actually not the neocerebellum. ये जो है it is the mostly it is the archicerebellum which is there in the floor of the inferior horn of the lateral ventricle. So a C-shaped portion will be formed there. So this is about the development. कब कब क्या क्या develop हो रहा है? Neural plate is developing at the beginning of 3rd week. Neural force will form around 4th week. Anterior neuropore closes by 25th day. If it will not close, it will give rise to anencephaly. इसका एक और severe form होता है, that is cranioschisis. क्रेनियोशाइसिस क्या है? ये जो पूरा जो क्रेनियल कैविटी है ये ही बिल्कुल ओपन रह जाएगा। तो ब्रेन तो है ही ओपन, न्यूरल ट्यूब तो है ही, ऊपर से जो स्कल है दैट पार्ट विल आल्सो रिमेन ओपन, एंड पोस्टीरियर न्यूरोपोर विल क्लोज बाय द 27th डे। बाय द एंड ऑफ 4th वीक द न्यूरल ट्यूब इज फुल्ली क्लोज्ड। न्यूरल ट्यूब डिफेक्ट्स कब डिटेक्ट करते हैं, मतलब इसके लिए कब टेस्ट कराते हैं? 4th वीक में नहीं करा ले, 4th वीक मतलब 1 मंथ ही हुआ है तो अब तब नहीं कराते। एक एनॉमली स्कैन होता है बाय 18th वीक, तो उसमें ये जो सारे न्यूरल ट्यूब डिफेक्ट्स है, बिकॉज देयर माइट बी क्वाइट सिवियर, अगर ब्रेन का ही डेवलपमेंट नहीं हुआ या पूरा पार्ट ही नहीं है तो वो दैट एनॉमली स्कैन इज डन बाय अराउंड 18th वीक, एंड प्लस द लेवल्स ऑफ द अल्फा फीटोप्रोटीन लेवल्स दे आर आल्सो चेक्ड टू डिटरमाइन द न्यूरल ट्यूब डिफेक्ट। तो ये जो है then what is the that component which is taken by mothers to prevent the neural tube defect? Folic acid. So folic acid prevents, it helps in conception also, and second thing is it prevents the neural tube defect. So that is usually given when somebody wants to conceive. So by the end of 4th week the neural tube is closed. In the 5th week the brain vesicles have formed and flexures of the neural tube are in progress. Corpus striatum कब आ जाता है? 2nd month में। corpus callosum by 10th week। 4th to 8th week में बहुत सारी चीजें। myelination begins in the 4th month. Now this is very important. Myelination begins in the 4th month, and when it is fully completed, anybody, is it complete? हाँ, 1 year, and और अगर इसको और डिटेल में करें so it is completed by the age of 5 years, because the bed wetting component you might have heard of कि छोटे बच्चे जो हैं they can't control urine, and the doctor waits till the age of the 5 years, क्योंकि by the age of 5 years myelination is completed, late ही होना शुरू हुआ है, it begins in the 4th month, and then most of it is completed by 1 year, and then what is left is completed by the age of 5 years. Differentiation of cerebellum starts in 8th week. Cerebellar cortex and Purkinje cells, they appear in 12th week. Dentate nucleus is seen around the 15th week. So this was about the development of the nervous system.